So you would think that, you know, during this pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, that most people would understand just how serious this truly is. So much so that college students in Alabama decided that they really took it serious. And the way they took it serious might really interest you in more ways than one. They decided to throw a COVID party where they invited infected people to the party. And they actually threw bets to see who would get sick first. See, in the upcoming days, people are gonna really truly understand just how serious the COVID-19 pandemic is. It's affecting more people than it's been reported. And, you know, having a party like this, I mean, it's very irresponsible. But it's also not just irresponsible, you know, and maybe you're not getting sick, but you're getting infected and you're going back to your parents, grandparents, loved ones, people that can easily be affected with underlying issues. And yes, you know, it is pretty selfish of you to throw a party, a COVID party, and bet on each other to see who gets sick first. See, I don't want to be reporting on the fact that one of you died. So, although that sounds very amazing, you know, to have a party, but to invite sick people over during this pandemic and to have a party at all collectively with so many people is just irresponsible. So you just, no, don't be selfish. Think about everybody that you love. And don't be the one that infects them and causes them to die and never be in your life again. You may be the one infecting everybody in your household, I don't know. But having a party, no. Anyway, they had a party, so watch this video.
This is America.
Crowded pool parties, alcohol flowing freely, barely a mask in sight. Whether at public venues or backyard barbecues, authorities say these are the conditions that fuel community spread. In Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a rash of new infections among young adults, prompting alarm from local officials.
We had seen over the last few weeks parties going on in the county where students or kids would come in with known positives.
As improbable as it sounds, officials say they've received reports of parties where positive tests are celebrated.
These kids are having parties and they're putting money in a pot and they're purposely trying to get COVID from the person who has COVID, and apparently whoever gets COVID first gets the pot.
The University of Alabama says it's not been able to identify any students who participated in such activities. It's not just college kids holding parties.
Cheers again to an incredible 75 years.
In the nation's capital, wealthy socialite Ashley Taylor Bronzik hosted a soiree at her home following an online gala for the Washington Ballet. The Washington Post reports Bronzik was later diagnosed with COVID-19, along with some of her guests. There's no reason to believe she knew she was ill that night, the paper writes, nor is it clear how or when she contracted the virus. Bronzik did not respond to NBC's request for comment.
Please cooperate. I am speaking especially to the younger adults now.
In New York's Rockland County, a large party hosted by an infected person has led to at least 8 other cases, those individuals refusing to cooperate with contact tracers, working to identify others at risk.
I am now forced by these circumstances to send subpoenas to the individuals who are required to cooperate with us.
On the eve of Independence Day, for some, no holiday. Health officials desperately working to flatten the infection curve again.
In Shreveport, Louisiana, Sleep is for the Rich gun club members showed up armed in an open carry state. Leader Nikki Daniels Jr. said, why not? I want you to take a look at this video.
Did you say sleepers?
Sleep is for the Rich gun club.
Why are you guys out here with guns?
Why not? Those guys came on Sunday and they tried to intimidate some innocent ladies. Unarmed men.
They got one of them right here.
They got one of them right there. Just post up right there. Just people right there. We came out here because those guys came out here trying to intimidate those girls, and they thought that they were gonna have it easy. But one phone call was made, and the whole and everybody came down here armed. No bullshit.
And Louisiana is a total gun state.
Yeah, it's an open carry state. So that's open carry. So that's why we out here.
Who came out here this weekend? Who are you talking about?
The Confederates. You watch the news, right? What station you with?
KTBA.
Oh, y'all ain't keeping up with that? I bet. So anybody that keeps up with the news, you should know what went on this weekend. You should know. Don't start paying attention whenever we respond to stuff. Alright? Don't start paying attention whenever we start responding. Hey, big dog, hold on. Don't start paying attention whenever we start responding to stuff. The time to pay attention is not when the oppressed people decide to respond to the oppression. You heard me? The time to be caring about race relations is when it's going down. Don't wait. Why are we still having to come out here and fight over a monument that from people who fought against our country, bro? Y'all don't understand the hypocrisy in that? And then you want to ask why we out here protecting these people? It's about good versus evil, that's why. If you claim to be a white ally and you stand with black people, that's cool. We appreciate that. But it's about good and evil, bro. And if you know what's right, you need to get off your high horse and you need to come down here. And if you're in the black community, like I've been saying all day, if you call yourself a tough guy, if you've never had a club fight, if you ever been in Coco's and had a club fight or any of these nightclubs, Sandbar, Phoenix, give me another one. Where we at? If you could go into a nightclub and be ready to punch something down, you need to come down here and be ready to punch something down for your people and for the right cause. And we starting the gun club. We getting every eligible person of color their gun rights. We gonna make sure that they know their gun rights. We're gonna make sure that damn near every eligible person of color got their concealed carry permits. Any brothers that may have felonies, we working with attorneys right now, and we're gonna help y'all get y'all felonies cleared off your record. So y'all boys can feel safe about protecting yourself. A Bossier police officer, when I was taking my concealed carry class, he told me, he said cops are not crime fighters. Black people, cops do not fight crime. They respond. No, they respond to crime, little daddy. By the time the cops get there, you already been messed over. You done already caught your issue, right? So you need to find a way where you can protect yourself and your family before the cops get there. Right then and right there. Right then and there. By the time the cops get there, you need to be explaining to them why you got a few dead men on your front property. That's why we out here. Because we ain't taking no intimidation and no bullying no more. If you white and you stand with us and you an ally, well, you come out here and make yourself known. It ain't enough to be quiet no more. It ain't enough to be quiet no more. Bring your ass out here and stand with us. Quiet don't work. And don't edit nothing out. I don't care if you got to make this a 30-minute, yeah.
Don't edit nothing.
And even if you do, it don't even matter.
This is for protection.
This is for protection.
This is for protection.
This is for protection. This is for protection. But this is for protection. But don't get it twisted for 1 minute. Don't you get it twisted for 1 minute.
Get that on record.
Year 2020. And I want every black person all over the world to hear me. Black people have always been a peaceful people. Every single American war that this country gave us, black people fought in it, me included.
And not only that, we never had that complex of that.
We never had that complex, bro.
We would go to war and we
black people
never had that in the back of our head.
Dog, black people have showed,
we
dog,
born with that.
We done showed them Harvard graduates. We done showed them business owners. We done showed them genius artists.
President.
President Harvard, same thing. Man, we've showed this white country every single piece of black excellence we can show them, and they still consider us niggas. They still consider us less than. So guess what? Black people, we're gonna start spinning with us. If you white and you're not evil, you can come and spin with us. You heard me?
It's crazy that we still fighting for the same thing.
We still fighting for the same shit my granddaddy fought for.
We still fighting for rights that they are born with.
Get my man right here.
For rights that they are born with, we still fighting for. So he asks us why we out here fight. We out here for a reason. We out here for certain privileges that we're supposed to be born with that we have to fight for.
I was out here 2 weeks ago.
It's good versus evil, big
It's
dog.
good versus evil. But you put it, it's still certain rights that my child is not born with that other children are.
Yeah.
That's why I'm out here fighting. It's still certain stigmatism that I still have to tell my child to watch for certain stuff if he's ever stopped by this. But other kids on, what's the difference between their kids and my kids? What's the difference?
And then shout out to Leo Savage. Let's talk about Leo Savage. Let's talk about Savage. Come on, man. Did you run for mayor?
He was all in the black community.
Took one of our votes.
No. Well, to whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern, bro. Don't speak on none of us carrying guns, and don't because I saw a comment that said, why aren't those men in jail for carrying those assault rifles? But you ain't say nothing about those Confederates when they pulled up trying to intimidate them little girls over there. So that's cool, but when the real men come to defend some shit and just be a symbol of power, now we should be in jail. I hope y'all paid attention to who made that comment on Facebook and don't vote for shit that he got going ever.
That's why we say Black Lives Matter.
Ever. Make sure y'all shop sleepersfortherich.com. Because we still hustle.
You gotta put that plug in there. I got 1,000 tuned in right now. Put that plug in there.
You know, it was great to really see in this video how Nikki Daniels Jr. took the lead and, you know, being the perfect representation of what it means for us as a community, and I'm talking about black community, to come together and to protect one another. You see, the difference is when a black man is armed, we're deemed a terrorist. You know, so all the headlines are talking and raving about the fact that Nikki Daniels showed up, you know, in Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana, at the courthouse. And, you know, there was a previous incident, obviously, as you watched in the video, and they came to defend. But yet they were, you know, labeled terrorists, you know, violent gunmen, you know. Of course, you know, a lot of the Confederates did not really agree with a black man coming and being armed. And so it created a scene, obviously. Now, when you listen to some of the things that he was talking about, one of the key things that stood out to me is the fact that he stated that every black man and woman that's available, or should I say, every black man or woman that can be armed, get licensed. Licensed not just to carry, but to also conceal for protection. And that's clearly what he was talking about, protection. However, he's deemed a terrorist only because he's black and carrying. See, we have the same rights to carry, you know, and we're not waiting anymore. As you can see, you know, we're collectively coming together. Even black media like Atlanta Music TV, Atlanta Music, AMT News, you know, we are here specifically to, you know, highlight what the mainstream news will not highlight or even bring to your attention. So that's our job. You know, and videos like this is very important for us to circulate within our community so that we can start to not just talk about how all black lives matter, because all black lives do matter, we know that. But some of those actionable items that we can actually implement, what he talked about is one of the things that we need to do and should have done a long time ago. However, there's no better time than now, especially when, you know, the oppression of our people is at an all-time high. And not only that, you know, it's becoming more relevant, the issues that we've, you know, been experiencing our whole entire lives just from being born into this planet. So, you know, we don't have to wait anymore. Just as, you know, Mr. Daniels said, you know, it's time to mobilize, come together and do things like get licensed to carry, you know, join gun clubs so that you can practice how to protect yourself, so that you be familiar how to protect yourself.